Hi everybody, in this video we are going to discuss about the human health and diseases. And our topic today is about the protozoan diseases. We are going to discuss about the protozoan diseases that are caused to the human beings. So here the first and the most important protozoan disease is the malaria. So here if you are looking at the disease that is coming under the protozoan disease, is the first disease is the malaria. So malaria is a very important disease, which we say it as important because it is very dreadful disease if it is not treated on time. And because in the very beginning, let me say that it can cause even death also when it is not treated properly. So malaria is the protozoan diseases. Now, how the malaria is caused, or what is the organism that causes malaria? Here the pathogen, the pathogen that causes malaria, is called as the plasmodium. We call it as the plasmodium. There are different types of plasmodium species. Or in fact, let us say that there are 4 different types of plasmodium species which can cause malaria. But all together we are saying it as what? Plasmodium is a protozoan which is causing the malaria. So here plasmodium is called as the malarial parasite. But the most common plasmodium which is causing malaria in India is Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium vivax we say. Plasmodium vivax. So here the Plasmodium vivax is the most common one, which is causing what? Malaria. Most common one which is causing the malaria. And this Plasmodium vivax is called as the digenetic. Digenetic. In the previous videos we have seen what do you mean by the word digenetic. So here, what do you mean by the word digenetic? Digenetic means a species or a pathogen which requires 2 organisms to complete its life cycle. If a pathogen is there which requires 2 organisms, one here will be the mosquito and the other one will be the human beings. So whenever a particular pathogen is requiring 2 organisms to complete its life cycle, we call it as what? Digenetic. So the word digenetic, we can simply say that it requires how many hosts? 2 hosts. It requires 2 hosts to complete its 2 types of hosts to complete its life cycle. So what could be those 2 hosts? Let us say the first host. The first host is the female Anopheles mosquito. Here, if you are looking at this particular female Anopheles mosquito, actually the female Anopheles mosquito, is also known as what? Vector or carrier, because it is carrying what? This particular Plasmodium vivax in its body. And please remember, most of us get confused saying that female Anopheles mosquito is causing what? Malaria. No, female Anopheles mosquito is not causing malaria. It is carrying the pathogen which is causing the malaria. So here, this is the organism which causes malaria, Plasmodium vivax. Here female Anopheles mosquito is only a carrier, or otherwise we can call this as what? The vector. So you know the word. What do you mean by the word vector? Carrier. It is carrying the disease causing microorganism called as Plasmodium vivax, which causes which disease? Malaria. So female Anopheles mosquito is also, in simple we can call it as what? The primary host. Primary host we call it as, or otherwise we can call this as what? Definitive host. We call it as the definitive host. We can call it as the definitive host. We are calling it as the first host is the female Anopheles mosquito. In female Anopheles mosquito, the Plasmodium vivax completes the sexual reproduction. In female Anopheles mosquito, Plasmodium vivax is completing its sexual reproduction, or it is undergoing sexual reproduction. Please remember, Okay, it is undergoing what process? Sexual reproduction process. In what? In the female Anopheles mosquito. So you have to remember, Plasmodium vivax undergoes sexual reproduction in its primary host. What is the primary host? It is the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. And the next one is the second host is the human beings. Okay, second host is the human beings. So here in man it completes the next part of its life cycle. So that's why human beings are called as the intermediate host or secondary host. Human beings are called as the intermediate host, or otherwise they are called as what? The secondary host. They are called as the secondary host. Okay, they are called as the secondary host. Okay, so here these are the two hosts. These are the two hosts which are used by the Plasmodium vivax to complete its life cycle. That's why we are calling it as what? It is digenitate. And moreover, please remember, apart from these two hosts, this Plasmodium vivax is also present. Okay, it is also present in the monkeys. Okay, it is also present in the monkeys. So here monkeys are called as what? The reservoir host. Okay, monkeys are called as the reservoir host. We call it as reservoir host. Means this Plasmodium vivax is also present in the monkeys, but monkeys are not attacked by this particular disease called as the malaria by the Plasmodium vivax. And the other point is that we also use another word called as this Plasmodium vivax in humans. Okay, in humans it is intracellular. Okay, it is intracellular. Means what? Intracellular means it is within the cells. It is within the cells. So this Plasmodium vivax will be attacking the cells, and this Plasmodium vivax will be present inside the cells. So what are those cells which will be attacked by the Plasmodium vivax? The two most important cells. Okay, let me say here inside. Okay, inside the cells. Okay, inside the cells. Okay, intracellular means inside the cells. So what are those cells which are attacked by the Plasmodium vivax in the human beings? It is the first and foremost thing is the liver cells. Okay, liver cells are being attacked by the Plasmodium vivax. And what are the other cells which are attacked by the Plasmodium vivax? It is the RBCs. Okay, RBCs, red blood corpuscles, blood cells, a type of blood cells, red blood corpuscles, also known as what? Erythrocytes, also known as the erythrocytes. So here this Plasmodium vivax is attacking the cells known as liver cells and RBC cells present in the human beings. So that's why we are using a word called as what? Intracellular. Okay, in humans it is intracellular. But in the case of mosquito, okay, if you are looking at in mosquito it is extracellular. It is not present, okay, inside the cells. It is not present inside the cells. It is extracellular, we are saying. Okay, it is extracellular. Okay, it is extracellular. So what do you mean by the word extracellular? It is outside the cells. Okay, it is outside the cells. Outside the cells it will be present. Maybe now it is mostly it is present in the stomach. Okay, they are present in the stomach or gut of the mosquito. And here very important term that we have to remember is that as this Plasmodium vivax is completing its life cycle, as it is completing the life cycle in between two hosts, female Anopheles mosquito and human beings. Now from the female Anopheles mosquito, the Plasmodium vivax enters into the human beings. When a female Anopheles mosquito bites, okay, a healthy person. So this female Anopheles mosquito is a vector. If it is a vector means what? We said vector means what? Carrier. When a female Anopheles mosquito comes and visits and bites a healthy person, okay, it will start sucking the blood from that healthy person. But when it is sucking the blood from a healthy person, from its body, okay, from the salivary glands of the female Anopheles mosquito, it will also inject the Plasmodium vivax in infective stage into the body of the human beings. or let us say like this. Say suppose if this is the, okay, if this is the skin or the body, this is the skin. So when a mosquito, okay, when a mosquito comes and bites, okay, when a mosquito comes and bites here, okay, when a mosquito comes and bites here, what it is injecting into the body? It is now injecting the Plasmodium vivax, which is called as the sporozoite. It is one of the stage of the Plasmodium vivax. Very important one. Okay, sporozoite is the stage of the Plasmodium vivax. Okay, sporozoite stage. Let us say sporozoite stage. Okay, here the Plasmodium. Let me say very clearly, the Plasmodium vivax is in sporozoite stage. Plasmodium vivax is in sporozoite stage, injected by the female Anopheles mosquito into the body of the humans, into the body of humans. Okay, body of humans means directly we can say into the blood of humans. Okay, into the blood of humans. So here you have to remember, sporozoite stage is the infective stage. Sporozoite stage is the infective stage of the Plasmodium vivax. Okay, infective stage of the Plasmodium vivax. Very important point this is. Okay, name the infective stage of Plasmodium vivax. Your answer should be what? Sporozoite stage. Okay, sporozoite stage. So here what you have to remember, when a mosquito comes and bites a healthy person, from its salivary glands, it is injecting this sporozoite. It is a stage in the life cycle of what? Plasmodium vivax. It is a sporozoite, is a stage in the life cycle of the Plasmodium vivax. So here, when it injects this sporozoite enters into the body of the humans, means what? Into the blood of the humans. So that's why we have to remember that sporozoite stage is the infective stage of the Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium vivax. So these are some points that we have to keep in mind when we talk about the disease called as the malaria. When we talk about the disease called as the malaria, which is caused by Plasmodium vivax, which is caused by Plasmodium vivax. So now we are going to look at the historical aspects of the malarial parasite. Okay, historical aspects of the malarial parasite. So here, if you look at here the historical aspects, the first scientist who started to discover about this particular disease, malaria, and what is the parasite that is causing this disease is Lancesi. In the year 1717, okay, 1717, he is the first scientist who suspected a relationship between swamp, malaria and mosquito. He suspected that there is a relationship of its transmission, how this disease is caused between swamp, malaria and mosquito. But here there is another scientist called as whom? Lavron. Okay, Lavron, in the year 1880, he discovered malaria is caused by protozoan parasite. It is the idea is brought first by the Lancesi, but it is Lavron who is the first scientist who discovered malaria is caused by the protozoan parasite. Or in fact, it is Lavron, the scientist, is the one who discovered the protozoan called as the Plasmodium, which is causing the disease malaria. Okay, so he is the one who discovered malaria is caused by protozoan, that is nothing but Plasmodium. And for which he is awarded, or he is awarded with the Nobel Prize in the year 1907. He is awarded with the Nobel Prize. And later on, Golgi, okay, Golgi in the year 1885 confirmed Lavron discovery by observing stages of what? Plasmodium malariae. Plasmodium malariae. Please remember, we already came across stating that Plasmodium vivax we used. Okay, Plasmodium vivax is the organism or the species which we said. So here is another one that we are using. Plasmodium malariae means it is another type of species. So we don't need to get confused. This is one species of Plasmodium. This is another species of Plasmodium. Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae. So here Golgi confirmed the Lavron discovery. Lavron, what he discovered? A protozoan parasite is the one which is causing the malaria. The protozoan is what? Plasmodium, he said. So it is being confirmed by whom? Gall guy in the year 1885 by discovering the stages of Plasmodium malaria in human RBCs. So when he was going through the RBCs, he discovered the stages of what? Plasmodium malaria. How it is crossing different stages and developing, he identified. But later on, Sir Ronald Rose, in the year 1897, he is a doctor. He is a doctor in Indian Army. Okay, he is an Indian scientist. He is a doctor in Indian Army. Sir Ronald Rose in the year 1897 established that malarial parasite is transmitted by the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito. It is he who discovered that this Plasmodium vivax, okay, the malarial parasite, is transmitted to the human beings by the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito. By the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito. It is he who discovered that this disease called as malaria is spread from one person to another person through what? By the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito. So for which he is awarded Nobel Prize in the year 1902. So here in the year 1902 he is given Nobel Prize. He is awarded with the Nobel Prize. So these are some historical aspects of the malarial parasite, that is the Plasmodium. So when we talk about the first disease, protozoan disease, we also should remember different types of different discoveries that are related to this particular malarial disease. Okay, to this particular malarial disease. Thank you so much. We are going to continue with this with the same disease, life cycle of Plasmodium, in the next video. In the next video, we are going to discuss about the life cycle of malarial parasite.